I'm sure my wife would be delighted to sing for you. Would you dare?
Well, it's been quite some time.
The Man Who Knew Too Much is a suspense thriller from 1956, crafted by Alfred Hitchcock, who took on both directing and producing roles, starring James Stewart and Doris Day. This film marks Hitchcock's second exploration of this title. The earlier version, released in 1934, presented a notably different storyline and script. Hitchcock often remarked that the first iteration was the work of a talented amateur, while the second was a product of professional expertise. The film delves into themes of betrayal and danger, showcasing the lengths to which individuals will go to protect their loved ones. The tension builds as the characters navigate a web of deceit, ultimately leading to a gripping climax that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. The performances of Stewart and Day add depth to the narrative, making it a memorable entry in Hitchcock's illustrious career.
Especially the little...
While attending a medical conference in Paris, the American physician Ben McKenna, his wife Jo, a retired musical theater actress and singer, and their adolescent son, Hank, decide to take a side trip to Marrakesh. Their vacation takes a dark turn when they encounter a Frenchman named Louis Bernard, who they met earlier on their bus ride. This man, now disguised as an Arab, approaches Ben with a knife plunged into his back. In a moment of urgency, he cryptically whispers to Ben that there will be an attempted assassination of a statesman in London. This shocking revelation sets off a chain of events that thrusts the McKenna family into a dangerous web of intrigue and conspiracy. As they navigate through the complexities of this dire situation, they must confront their fears and make difficult choices to protect their family and prevent a tragedy. The tension builds as they race against time, trying to piece together the clues that could save lives. The story unfolds with suspense and drama, showcasing the lengths a family will go to in order to safeguard one another.
Why don't you take that note, give it to the American consulate, and let's not get any more involved, please.
In the film The Man Who Knew Too Much, Ben faces a difficult situation. He is hesitant to share any details with the authorities about a critical piece of news. This reluctance stems from a deep concern for his son Hank, who has been kidnapped. The kidnappers, a British couple named Edward and Lucy Drayton, had previously befriended Ben and his wife, the McKennas, during their time in Marrakesh. This connection complicates matters for Ben, as he grapples with the fear that the Draytons have taken Hank out of the country and back to England. The emotional turmoil of a parent in such a dire situation is palpable. Ben's internal struggle highlights the tension between his desire to protect his son and the need to inform the authorities. He worries that any information he provides could jeopardize Hank's safety. This conflict drives the narrative, showcasing the lengths a parent will go to in order to safeguard their child. The film captures the essence of parental love and the instinct to shield loved ones from harm, even when faced with overwhelming odds. The stakes are high, and Ben's reluctance adds a layer of suspense to the story, making viewers question what they would do in a similar situation. The emotional weight of his decision resonates throughout the film, creating a gripping tale of love, fear, and the fight against time to save a child.
I'll be there later, and perhaps we might have a drink together.
Well, no, come up to our suite. We'll have a drink up there.
As the story unfolds, the Draytons face a dire situation when unknown individuals threaten to kill their son if Ben reveals any information he learned from a dying man named Bernard. This threat propels Ben and Jo into a frantic journey to London, where they hope to prevent an assassination attempt and, more importantly, find their son Hank alive. The tension escalates as they navigate the city, piecing together clues and racing against time. Each moment is filled with urgency as they encounter various obstacles and challenges that test their resolve. The stakes are high, and the fear of losing Hank looms over them. With limited information at their disposal, Ben and Jo must rely on their instincts and determination to uncover the truth behind the conspiracy. Their love for their son drives them forward, pushing them to confront danger head-on. The journey is not just about saving Hank. It is also about unraveling a web of deceit that threatens their family. As they delve deeper into the mystery, they discover the lengths to which they must go to protect their loved ones. The emotional weight of their quest adds depth to their characters, showcasing the bond between a parent and child. The urgency of their mission keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, making it a gripping tale of suspense and resilience.
What?
There's the price of curiosity.
What is it?
Come on. There's one way of finding out.
Scotland Yard was aware of certain elements surrounding the filming of The Man Who Knew Too Much. They knew that Bernard was a French secret agent, and that an assassination attempt would occur during the movie's production. This knowledge added a layer of tension to the filming process, as the stakes felt higher than just making a film. Meanwhile, Doris Day grew increasingly concerned about her role in the movie. She felt that Alfred Hitchcock, the director, was more focused on technical aspects like camera setups and lighting than on her performance. This led her to believe that he might be dissatisfied with her work. Feeling uneasy, she decided to confront Hitchcock directly about her concerns. His response reassured her, as he stated that if she were not delivering what he wanted, he would have to direct her more closely. This non-direction indicated to her that she was indeed meeting his expectations, allowing her to relax and focus on her performance without the burden of doubt. The dynamic between Day and Hitchcock highlighted the unique relationship between an actor and a director, especially in a film filled with suspense and intrigue. The behind-the-scenes atmosphere was charged with both artistic and real-world tension, making the production of this classic film a memorable experience for all involved. Initially, Doris Day was hesitant to record the song Que Sera for the movie The Man Who Knew Too Much. She dismissed it as a simple children's tune that would not resonate with audiences. However, her decision turned out to be a significant misjudgment. The song not only won an Academy Award, but also became the most successful hit of her career, ultimately defining her musical legacy. This song became her signature piece, showcasing her unique vocal style and charm. Doris Day later performed Que Sera in 2 additional films, Please Don't Eat the Daisies in 1960 and The Glass Bottom Boat in 1966. Furthermore, the song was featured as the theme for her television series, The Doris Day Show, which aired from 1968 and included 124 episodes. The unexpected success of Que Sera highlights how sometimes initial doubts can lead to remarkable outcomes, shaping an artist's career in ways they may not foresee.
Hank. Henry, really.
Well, I hope he looks like you and has the doctor's brain.
During the making of the film The Man Who Knew Too Much, Doris Day witnessed the treatment of animal extras, including camels and goats, in a marketplace scene. This experience deeply affected her and led to a strong commitment to prevent animal abuse. She was appalled by the conditions in which the animals were kept and could not ignore their suffering. As a result, she took a stand and refused to continue working on the film unless the animals were properly fed and cared for. Her dedication to animal welfare was so profound that the production company had to establish feeding stations for the various animals, including goats, sheep, and camels. They ensured that these animals received daily nourishment before she would agree to return to the set and resume filming. This pivotal moment in her career marked the beginning of her lifelong advocacy for animal rights, showcasing her compassion and determination to make a difference in the treatment of animals in the entertainment industry.
This is the charming lady who saved my life at the concert. Madam.
When Doris Day arrived at her London hotel for the filming of The Man Who Knew Too Much, the excitement was palpable. Her popularity had soared, especially among British fans who eagerly anticipated her arrival. Mobs of enthusiastic admirers gathered outside the hotel, having heard the news of her stay. As she stepped out of her vehicle, pandemonium erupted. Fans shouted her name, desperate for a glimpse of the beloved star. The scene quickly became chaotic, with people pushing to get closer to her. To ensure her safety and help her navigate through the throngs of fans, a police escort was necessary. Despite the excitement, the constant presence of fans became overwhelming. They camped outside the hotel, hoping for autographs and a chance to interact with her. The hotel management, unable to manage the situation, eventually decided that it was best for Doris to leave. This decision was made to restore some normalcy to the hotel environment, highlighting just how intense her fame had become during that time.
You see what you've done to the diplomatic status of this embassy?
I didn't think, I only thought...
Initially, the script for the 1956 movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much, included a significant amount of dialogue set in the Royal Albert Hall. Jimmy Stewart's character was supposed to deliver a lengthy speech, spanning a full page, explaining the urgent need to stop the concert. However, this approach did not resonate well with Alfred Hitchcock, the film's director. Hitchcock expressed his dissatisfaction, stating that there was too much talking, which detracted from his enjoyment of the London Symphony Orchestra's performance. He believed that the emotional weight of the scene could be conveyed more effectively without extensive dialogue, Instead, he instructed Stewart to forego the speech entirely. Hitchcock suggested that Stewart simply wave his arms and run up the stairs, relying on physical expression rather than words. This preference for nonverbal communication stemmed from Hitchcock's general skepticism about the spoken word in film, as he often felt that actions could convey deeper meaning and tension. This change in direction ultimately contributed to the film's suspenseful atmosphere, showcasing Hitchcock's unique storytelling style. The decision to minimize dialogue in such a pivotal scene highlights the director's innovative approach to filmmaking, emphasizing visual storytelling over verbal exposition. The result is a memorable moment that captures the urgency and drama of the narrative without the need for lengthy explanations.
Are we supposed to just sit here and wait?
No, Mrs. McKenna, they consider your boy a nuisance.
As the story unfolds, the character Louis Bernard, played by Daniel Gallen, is revealed to be more than just a simple Moroccan. The plot thickens when it becomes clear that he is not who he seems. The filmmakers faced a unique challenge in portraying this character authentically. The makeup artist struggled to find a suitable makeup that could easily be removed, which led to a creative solution. Instead of using a makeup that would come off easily, they decided to paint Jimmy Stewart's fingers with a light-colored powder. This clever technique allowed Stewart to leave light pale streaks on his skin whenever he touched his face. This detail added depth to the character and highlighted the tension in the story. The discovery of Bernard's true identity plays a crucial role in the film, driving the narrative forward and keeping the audience engaged. The film's ability to weave such intricate details into the plot showcases the creativity and resourcefulness of the filmmakers. The tension builds as the characters navigate through the twists and turns of the story, leading to a gripping climax that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. The clever use of makeup and the revelation of identity contribute significantly to the film's overall impact.
Honey, I know the address. You wait there. I'll be right over.
All right, I'll meet you outside.
Bye, dear.
Many of the Moroccan extras involved in the filming of The Man Who Knew Too Much faced a misunderstanding regarding their payment. They had been mistakenly informed that they would only receive their pay if they were actually visible on screen. This led to a chaotic situation on set, with many extras pushing and shoving to get closer to the camera in hopes of being featured in the film. The excitement and eagerness to be seen created a tense atmosphere, as everyone wanted to ensure they would be compensated for their time. Eventually, the crew recognized the confusion and took the time to explain to the extras that their payment was guaranteed regardless of whether they appeared in the final cut of the movie. This clarification helped to ease the tension and allowed the extras to relax, knowing they would be paid for their participation without the need to fight for camera time. The situation highlighted the importance of clear communication on film sets, especially when working with large groups of people from different backgrounds. The resolution of this misunderstanding allowed the filming to proceed more smoothly, contributing to the overall success of the production.
They're a cynical lot, you know, these French. They might refuse to believe that.
Well, I've got to believe.
Look closely, and you will see a face you recognize in a London hotel. That face belongs to Carolyn Jones, who plays a small part as a redhead named Cindy Fontaine. Cindy is one of Joe Conway's friends, and their meeting at the hotel adds a layer of intrigue to the film. Carolyn Jones's appearance in this movie is notable, especially considering her later iconic role as Morticia Addams on the television show The Addams Family, which aired from 1964 to 1966. In that series, she transformed into a character that became a cultural icon, known for her pale skin, dark hair, and gothic elegance. The contrast between her role in The Man Who Knew Too Much and Morticia is striking. In the film, she is a vibrant redhead, while in The Addams Family, she embodies a more mysterious and dark persona. This versatility showcases her talent as an actress, allowing her to adapt to different characters and styles. Her brief appearance in the 1956 film serves as a reminder of her range and the memorable roles she would go on to portray in her career.
He received a slight flesh wound in the arm. Worse than useless.
Now, the gray suit worn by Joe in the latter part of the movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much, may look familiar to you. It resembles the gray suit that Madeline wears in Vertigo, but there are notable differences. Josephine's suit is made of silk and features 6 buttons, while Madeline's suit is crafted from wool and has 5 buttons. The tailoring of the two suits also differs slightly, which adds to their unique characteristics. Additionally, the pockets on each suit are not identical, further distinguishing the two outfits. These subtle variations in design highlight the attention to detail in costume design, showcasing how clothing can reflect the personalities and circumstances of the characters. The choice of fabric, button count, and tailoring all contribute to the overall aesthetic and narrative of the films, making each suit a significant part of the characters' identities. The differences in suit design serve to enhance the storytelling and visual appeal of both movies, creating a lasting impression on the audience.
Vous là-bas, j'ai dit, savez-vous qui est cet homme?
In Alfred Hitchcock's films, he is known for making brief appearances, often referred to as cameos. In the 1956 movie, The Man Who Knew Too Much, his cameo is particularly challenging to spot. Unlike many of his other films where he appears more prominently, here he is seen only from behind. This moment occurs when the main characters, played by Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day, are watching acrobats perform in the bustling Marrakech marketplace. Hitchcock stands to the left of the couple, and viewers can only see his back. Despite the limited view, his distinctive bald head makes it clear that it is indeed him. This subtlety adds an interesting layer to the film, as fans of Hitchcock often enjoy the challenge of finding his cameos. The scene captures the vibrant atmosphere of the marketplace, while also providing a fun Easter egg for those familiar with Hitchcock's style. His ability to blend into the background while still being recognizable showcases his unique approach to filmmaking and his playful relationship with his audience. The cameo serves as a reminder of his presence in the film, even when he is not in the spotlight. The cleverness of this particular appearance reflects Hitchcock's creativity and his understanding of audience engagement.
We just have a conversation. I've got nothing to hide.
I have a feeling that...
Doris Day had an extreme fear of flying that developed during her tours with Bob Hope in the 1940s. During those years, she faced several close calls in terrible weather, which heightened her anxiety about air travel. This fear was so intense that it almost led her to turn down the role in the 1956 movie The Man Who Knew Too Much. The film required her to travel to London and Marrakech, which added to her apprehension. However, her husband and manager, Martin Melcher, encouraged her to accept the role, believing it would be a significant opportunity for her career. Despite her fears, Doris Day's talent and determination shone through in her performance, making the film a memorable classic. Her ability to confront her fears for the sake of her craft is a testament to her dedication as an actress. The movie itself became a pivotal point in her career, showcasing her skills and resilience in the face of personal challenges.
Telephone call for you, Mrs. McKenna.
Speaking of her third husband, he died on April 20, 1968, which marked a significant turning point in Doris Day's life. At this time, she faced a shocking reality when she discovered that he and his business partner, a lawyer named Jerome Rosenthal, had squandered all her earnings. This revelation left her broke and deeply in debt, a situation that was both alarming and distressing for the beloved actress and singer. Rosenthal had been her attorney since 1949, representing her in an uncontested divorce action against her second husband. This long-standing relationship made the betrayal even more painful. Day had trusted Rosenthal with her financial matters, believing he had her best interests at heart. Instead, she found herself in a precarious financial situation, struggling to regain control of her life and career. The emotional toll of this discovery was immense, as it not only affected her finances but also her sense of security and trust in others. The experience served as a harsh lesson about the importance of vigilance in financial matters, especially for those in the public eye. Day's resilience would eventually lead her to rebuild her life, but the impact of this betrayal lingered for years.
There are hotels for tourists of good taste.
Oh. Do you live in France, Mr. Bernard?
They learned that her husband had committed her to do a television series, something she didn't want to do. He signed for her and bound her to this television series, which went on to become The Doris Day Show. Doris hated the idea of performing on TV, but she felt obligated to do it. She needed some way to earn a bunch of income to help pay off the debts that had been incurred by her husband. The show was a huge success, and this helped her get back on her feet again after being manipulated by someone that she fully trusted. The series showcased her talent and charm, allowing her to connect with audiences in a way that was both entertaining and heartful. Despite her initial reluctance, Doris found herself enjoying the work and the opportunity to express herself creatively. The success of the show not only provided financial relief, but also helped her regain her confidence and independence. As the series progressed, she became a beloved figure on television, proving that sometimes unexpected commitments can lead to new beginnings and personal growth.
You don't know anything about this man, and he knows everything there is to know about you.
Alfred Hitchcock's 1956 remake of The Man Who Knew Too Much stands as a fascinating exploration of the director's evolving style and thematic interests, particularly in the context of his earlier work. This film is unique in that it is the only instance of Hitchcock remaking one of his own films, the original having been released in 1934 during his British period. The decision to revisit this story appears to have been driven by a contractual obligation to Paramount Pictures, yet it also reflects Hitchcock's desire to refine and expand upon his narrative. The plot of the 1956 version diverges from its predecessor in several key ways. While the original featured a British couple, the remake centers on an American family, Ben McKenna, a doctor from Indiana, his wife Jo, and their son Hank. Their vacation in Morocco takes a dark turn when they witness the murder of a French secret agent, Louis Bernard. His dying words reveal an impending assassination of a foreign prime minister in London, setting off a chain of events that leads to their son's kidnapping. The kidnappers demand the McKenna's silence about Bernard's warning until after the assassination, creating a tense scenario that mirrors the original film's premise. One notable change in the remake is the omission of the climactic shootout that characterized the 1934 version, which was inspired by Hitchcock's own memories of the Sydney Street siege. This alteration has sparked debate among critics regarding the effectiveness of the 1956 film Dr. Some argue that the absence of this dramatic element diminishes the film's impact, while others appreciate the focus on suspense and character development over action. The setting also plays a crucial role in the film's atmosphere. The opening scenes are shot in Marrakesh, replacing the Swiss backdrop of the original, while the majority of the action unfolds in London. This shift not only modernizes the film, but also enhances its international intrigue, aligning with the Cold War context of the 1950s. The assassination attempt is again staged during a concert at the Albert Hall, a hallmark of Hitchcock's penchant for placing pivotal scenes in iconic locations. The use of Arthur Benjamin's Storm Clouds cantata, originally composed for the 1934 film, further ties the two versions together, creating a sense of continuity. Doris Day's casting as Jo McKenna is another point of contention among critics. Traditionally, Hitchcock favored actresses known for their dramatic roles, yet he chose Day, who was primarily recognized for her work in comedies and musicals. This decision was met with skepticism from producers, but Hitchcock's vision prevailed. Day's performance, particularly her rendition of Que Sera, Sarah, which plays a significant role in the film's resolution, showcases her versatility and adds a unique layer to the character. The song would go on to become one of Day's most iconic hits, further solidifying her place in cinematic history. In reflecting on both versions of The Man Who Knew Too Much, Hitchcock himself remarked that the first was the work of a talented amateur, while the second was crafted by a professional. This statement has led to varied interpretations among audiences and critics alike. Some believe that the 1956 film surpasses its predecessor in technical execution and star power, while others contend that the original retains a charm and narrative strength that the remake lacks. The 1934 version, though not Hitchcock's most celebrated work, is often praised for its tighter pacing and more engaging character dynamics. Ultimately, The Man Who Knew Too Much serves as a testament to Hitchcock's mastery of suspense and his ability to adapt and evolve as a filmmaker. While it may not universally eclipse the original, it offers a fresh perspective on a compelling story, enriched by its modern context and the star power of Doris Day. The film invites viewers to consider the nuances of storytelling and the impact of directorial choices, making it a significant entry in Hitchcock's illustrious filmography.
Ben, who is he?
Louis Bernard.